it's really causing a much better collaboration with students and their teachers. There is another enormous advantage that because the interactive whiteboard can save the entire lesson. Now, some of the material you've seen has been pre-programmed for the teacher, but if a teacher's prepared a really good lesson, they can literally hit a button, they can save that entire program, which means also for next year it's easier. The teacher can bring back the program that they've really spent a lot of time on. So it's saving a lot of preparation time for teachers.
You can work together with your teams of teachers, you can swap resources, and it really does create a sense of excitement about learning. This is my whole weekly plan with the resources for Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. So it's just such a time saver because once you've started the lesson, you've got all your objectives on the board. You don't have to be using the whiteboard to write things down because it's all here.
One of the reasons I like the interactive whiteboards so much is that they fit in with what I call the brain-based classroom. Research at the University of Texas indicates that, on average, we remember about 10% of what we read, about 20% of what we hear, and a lot of learning in school was reading and hearing, something like 30% of what we see, 70% of what we say, because if you're asked to say something, to recount or recall what you've just learnt, kind of puts you on the spot. You have to marshal your thoughts and get them straight. So saying, repeating what you've learnt is actually a good technique. But here's the really important statistic. We remember something like 90% of what we see, say, hear and do. And what interactive whiteboards are enabling the classroom to achieve is high levels of true interactivity, where the children are coming up to the board, they're moving things around the board, they're tackling difficult concepts. So the technology allows for that seeing, saying, hearing and doing, which is the essence of effective learning.
So even if they haven't got any idea, you can encourage the less able children to say, well, what do you see? So if we're talking about what do you think it's going to be about, what do you think we might be learning about? So they've got the pictures there as well. So again, it really helps those less able children.
It also does something else. Because it's easy to go backwards and forwards between files, as opposed to you've rubbed off the blackboard and the material's gone, you can bring it back instantly. You can also the teacher can start the next class with a very quick revision of what they did in the last class. And that is a central idea in embedding concepts in the student's mind. So in every sense of the word, the interactive whiteboard is truly the technology for the brain-based classroom. One other advantage of the interactive whiteboard technology is that the teacher can take the last, say, screen from the lesson where she's maybe summarized the entire lesson, and if you like, email it to parents. I mean, this is the 21st century schools using the technology that's freely available. But instead of the parent asking, what did you do today at school? And get the traditional answer, nothing. The teacher could actually email the subjects they were learning, the summary screen, to parents, and the parents then knows that's the material that the child should be revising tonight to really embed it in their heads. So it's bringing parents in a way that wasn't possible before, bringing parents into the process of education. So you've got that triangular relationship between student, teacher and parent, which really is at the centerpiece of highly successful education.
Actually, as a teacher, when you're teaching a lesson, sometimes if you've got a paper copy of the plan, you don't want to keep referring back to the plan and saying, oh, what am I doing next? But I've got it all on the whiteboard, and obviously I won't just read through every single thing I've got on the whiteboard, but it's just key questions for me to be able to prompt myself so I know what I'm teaching and I know that I've covered the points that I want to cover. It's a real motivator for children to listen. You can see the difference in the children. They sit up and they want to be involved in it, so it's a really positive thing. And also you can tell by the atmosphere when you've got an interactive game on there, they're all really motivated by it.
So no more squeaky chalk, hard to read writing, black and white. This is colourful, this is dramatic, this has pictures and videos embedded in it, which really gets the children's attention. And that's what the research shows. It shows much higher levels of motivation, much higher levels of concentration, and much higher levels of retention of material. And when you see some of the slides that I've been showing you as I've been talking to you, I think you can see just why this is the technology for the 21st century school. Today's student needs today's technology.